back to this year's Countdown to Halloween. I'm Jeff Owens from ClassicHorrors.club. Webster's Dictionary defines the word genre as a category of artistic, musical, or literary composition characterized by a particular style, form, or content. In his book, The Horror Film, Peter Hutchings says a genre film is a commercial feature film that, through repetition and variation, tells familiar stories with familiar characters and familiar situations. Hutchings reminds us, though, that we didn't always place as much emphasis on genre as we do today. Genre first became a focus of interest in the study of films in the 1970s, when there was a search for some kind of factor X that bound types of films together. But he also admits this was only a problem for critics, not the filmmakers or audiences, who seemed able to navigate their way through various types of movies with ease. If it's not factor X, then, that draws us to a movie, but the characters, the problems they face, and how they get out of them, then genre would be irrelevant. To me, though, this seems like a theory that's 50 or so years old. I think of genres as labels we attach to movies to help us find ones we're interested in watching. Most people seem to want to know the kind of movie, so they can make assumptions about it and prejudge if it's worth their time to watch. In truth, most movies feature aspects of several genres. And these days, movies can easily be misidentified as one genre simply because of qualities like the time period or the location in which it takes place. That's why we add a subcategory of genre, the subgenre, to help us more accurately identify what we're going to watch. The genre trap is dangerous, though. If we rely too much on labels instead of the movies themselves, we're either going to be misled into watching something we don't like, or worse, not watch something we'd love. For someone like me who's obsessed with placing everything into compartments where they belong, I'll risk getting caught in the trap and turn it into a game. I've been struggling for years to create tags for the movies we discuss on my blog because I want to be able to put them into their special places with their friends. On my About page, I even have a section called Genre and Categorization that displays one image. This feature is coming soon. Please stay tuned while we work on it. Eric R. Williams created a structure of categorization called the Screenwriter's Taxonomy. As the title suggests, it was designed as a common language of creative collaboration for writers and filmmakers. The taxonomy uses 7 levels: the film type, supergenre, the voice, the macrogenre, microgenre, pathway, and point of view. That's too many levels even for me, but I really like this idea. Williams's taxonomy states that every movie is one of 2 types, comedy or drama. At the highest level, it's either funny or it's serious. Then we get into the supergenres, or what we'd probably call the genres, except you can't use comedy or drama. This leaves action, crime, fantasy, horror, romance, science fiction, sports, thriller, war, and western. Each has unique characteristics in story or action, plot, character, and setting that clearly defines it. But where's the animation or the musical? Well, according to Williams, those are not supergenres. They're more specific to storytelling technique than the story, plot, characters, or setting themselves. This is the voice and does not address genre traits, characteristics, or atmosphere. It concentrates simply on how the story is told. I think that's enough for now. We'll dig a little deeper tomorrow, just like Henry Frankenstein and Fritz in a dark, spooky graveyard late at night. See you then.
Here he comes.